We're heading into September, and it is a huge turning month for bass fishing. The weather is starting to cool down. We're getting those false fall days, which is going to cool our water down. It's going to get the fish moving up shallow, but the bad news is those fish are going to start spreading out, chasing bait, and they're going to get tougher to find, and they're going to be really hard to find them piled up. So you're going to have to get out there and really chase the bait and find. So with that, what are the techniques that we've seen that really produce in the month of September over the different years, and what is the most effective to make you the best angler while you're using your ALX rods on the water? Hey y'all, I'm Alex with ALX Rods, and I wanted to share some of our top techniques that we see in the month of September. Really, the first technique that we see that is the most effective is chasing that shad, chasing bait that's up shallow, and one of the top techniques for this is a buzz bait. Getting up shallow, getting up in those creeks, getting up in those pockets, and just running the bank, cranking a buzz bait really brings out some of the biggest bites. It's going to work really well first thing in the morning. It's going to work well on cloudy days, and it's going to work well anytime you're fishing around cover, docks, blowdowns, laydowns, that type of thing. That buzzbait just really shines this time of the year. And the best rods that we recommend for that going to be your Zolo Toad Face and your Icos Promise 73. Both of those rods are good, solid buzzbait rods. They give a good cast, so you can have a nice precision cast, especially around cover, but they've got the backbone to really be able to set those big hooks that are on a buzzbait, so you can get those fish in the boat. You don't want to lose a buzzbait fish because typically they're good ones. Our second technique that we see used the most, again, is a shad chasing type of technique. So in September, throw a lot of spinner baits. You're up shallow, a spinner bait lets you cover a lot of ground or a lot of water really fast. They're great on windy days, they're great in creek mouths, and they're also great for fan casting on flats. Again, you're looking for those roaming fish that are getting out there and chasing bait, and they're spread out. You might find a wolf pack or two here or there, but you're really going to be going after those fish that are spread out, just chasing bait all over. Best rods for spinner baits, Zolo Deputy, Oxum Agent. Both of them have quick tips in them. So they have quick tips for real quick, reel it in, turn around, get it right back out there. They're great rods for shooting spinner baits, especially if you had to get around some cover or something, but they give really good cast, and they're a good blend of a rod for distance casting, but also for up close type stuff. Quick tip, try a three-blade spinner bait. In September. You might be surprised because it imitates smaller schools of shad. We've got them at 5 Bass Tackle, and they are a sleeper for September, work really well. And again, those smaller blades on the 3-blade, they are actually going to imitate that tiny little bait that the fish chase in September. So check those out. Our third technique for September that we find the most effective, again, is another technique where we're covering a lot of water and we're really getting out there just searching for those roaming fish, and that's crankbaits. Square bills, flat sides, any of those shallow water type crankbaits. Best rods, you know it, Icos Hustler 76. What's the difference in them? They're both glass crankbait rods. Hustler, I prefer to use kind of more around cover, more when I'm perpendicular to the bank, so I'm shooting straight at the bank. If I'm parallel in the bank, like I know the fish are hanging in 5 feet of water or 8 feet of water straight off the bank, and I'm casting parallel to the bank, I like a Hustler 76 because I can get a longer cast out there, and I have my bait down in the water and in the strike zone. I got crankbait in the strike zone for a longer amount of time. So again, Icos Hustler 76, both great rods for September crankbait fish. Our fourth technique that is an absolute winner, it's a big technique around here down in South Carolina, and it's a small swim bait with a scrounger. What this is going to do, that scrounger head has just a little bit of wobble, but because you can really cast it out there and it gets that little bit of wobble and moving, you can really cover some water with it with a very downsized presentation. Again, In September, a lot of the fish are really chasing tiny little shad, those little shad that are big, little thread fins and small bait. So you can downsize your presentation and but yet still cover a lot of water. I'll give you a big technique, a little sneaky technique. Get on your forward-facing sonar, get in flooded timber if you have it around. Look for the bass that are hanging out in that timber and what depth. Cast your scrounger out, bring it down to that depth, and just burn it back in, but keep it at that depth. Don't hover rig it. Don't jerk it. Don't pop it. Just let it stay at that 10 feet, 15, 20 feet down, and just slow roll it, because that little shimmy right through there and bouncing off that timber going through, it elicits some absolutely awesome bites this time of the year when that weather is starting to cool down. Again, the best rods for that scrounger, those small swim baits, a lot of people over time we found just really prefer a spinning rod because they have more control with the smaller bait. Zolo Trickster, Zolo Maestro, Enoch's Wizard's a good choice, and a really good all-around choice as well is the Oxum Trimmer. So again, those are really good choices, all for that small swim bait scrounger type bite. Again, September, it's our month. It's a transition month. Things are starting to cool down. We're going to have some cold days, some cool days. We're going to have some warm days. The rewards on the water are really going to go to the anglers who can adapt and the anglers that adjust to the conditions that they're facing on that day. So you've got to cover water. You've got to look for those fish that are going to be scattered, chasing bait. Look shallow. Offshore, always a great bite, but a lot of those fish are going to be shallow now, and it might just be a way that you can find a little bit different bite than everybody else who's out there focusing on brush piles or rocks. So go out there, try it out. The one thing I can promise you, you will have confidence in the gear that you have. That's what we're here for ALX Rods. We're your pro shop. We're here to make sure you have the right gear, so that way when you get on the water, all you have to do is worry about finding the fish. If you have any questions, you need something, give us a shout, give us an email, give us a call. Talk to you soon. Good luck on the water in September.